Capital One Bowl, people do it right. We all know it's one of the best bowls in America, and our players, our team, we're really fired up to be here. Very convenient for our fans to get here. I think we'll have a big turnout of Gamecocks down here. And somebody told me the Gators are going to be home for the holidays. Maybe we can get a bunch of Gators to come to our ball game and help fill up the stands here. But our team's, we're fired up. We're looking forward to the week down here. Wisconsin, excellent team, 9-3 record. Easily could have been a couple wins better, probably. We all know they had that incident out at Arizona State where the quarterback put the ball on the ground, and they said game over or whatever. But they're a very good team, one of the best running teams in the country. I think they got two backs over 1,000 yards. So we've got to really get ready to play, and hopefully play one of our best games down here January the 1st.
All right, we'll open it up to Q&A at this time.
Okay.
Coach, for the players and the disappointment of not getting to the SEC championship game, is that worn off? Do you see that with this gap? Do you worry about that?
No, we don't worry about that at all. In fact, we didn't worry about getting to the SEC championship game because we had the hope Missouri would lose one, and of course they didn't lose one, but we didn't sit around and think about that. We had some big ball games down the stretch against Mississippi State, Florida, Coastal Carolina. Came in actually with a 10-1 record, I think, and then of course our in-state rival Clemson. So we didn't talk much about that. We tried to talk about the next opponent. And fortunately, our team, I think, was well focused on the game at hand and not one that we hoped we might could get to. But again, this year was similar to the last 3 years in that we beat the division winner, but we lost 2, and they did not lose again. So if we want to win the division, maybe we need to try to just beat everybody, and we might can get there. But this team accomplished a lot. Our team, I don't know if a lot of people know, we only had 4 seniors starting the season on scholarship. We put a walk-on kid on a little later on, and we may have 2 or 3 come out early, but we were one of the youngest teams actually in Division I football. So this team achieved a lot, really, for playing a bunch of guys that had not played all that much. Our leading tackler, Sky Moore, kid from Florida, true freshman. So we've got a lot of players coming back next year. Hopefully we'll have another solid recruiting class, and hopefully have another similar year or a little bit better next year.
Coach, what's it like for you coming back to Florida as a Gamecock coach versus a Gator coach?
Oh, I've been doing that so many times now, it's not that big a deal. We had a heck of a game down here with UCF early in the year. Coming back down here, it was a hot, muggy day, as we all know, and somehow or another we held on to beat those guys. And I guess that's the only one they've lost. So congratulations, Coach O'Leary and the Knights earning a BCS bid and going to the Fiesta Bowl. They've had a remarkable year here at Central Florida. All right.
What do you think about the economic impact as far as your fans traveling to the Capital One Bowl?
Well, the economical impact has been very good in Columbia, South Carolina, because this year all 7 of our home games we sold out all the tickets. Now we had a few empty spots here and there, but we announced sellouts actually for all 7 home games. The Florida game, the Clemson game, some of the other bigger games, it was jam-packed. So we've got the fans. I believe that will make a big impression in the game as they do. They scream and yell, and they've been a big reason that we actually have the longest home winning streak in the country. Did you know that, Bianchi? Well, okay. Well, you should know things like that if you've been keeping up with it. But somehow or another, we've won 18 in a row at home. So we're sort of proud of that, and we sort of brag about it because our fans are a big reason that we've been able to do that. Big reason.
Steve, how nice is it, even though your fans, they want to win, they're not ultra spoiled yet?
What question is that?
I mean, they don't
Oh, I guess you're asking,
Like, you don't have
do you catch a bunch of crap if you lose a game? Is that sort of what you're saying? Well, obviously, the history of South Carolina football has not been all that super duper. And so when I got there, actually, we were under 500 overall history of the school in football. So we've eased up to winning 11-2 the last 2 years. If we're fortunate enough to somehow never beat Wisconsin, we'd have another 11-2 year. So I was talking to Bobby Stoops about that the other day, because obviously at a school like Oklahoma, if they don't win 10 games in a year, they're not doing very well at all, and the coach catches a lot of heat and so forth. I said, but now that we've won 10 and 11 and so forth, if we slip back to 7-5 or something like that, then you're gonna get criticized, which is part of the game. That's just the way life is. So we've sort of eased our way up there, and we're still up there right now. So hopefully we can stay there for quite a while. Okay, hopefully.
This matchup's getting a lot of attention now. It's one of the better ones. You looking at it?
Well, it easily could be. Easily could be. We'll never know what's going to happen in a game. We don't know if a bunch of fumbles or fluke plays happen. We've been very fortunate this year not to have given up a defensive score, things like that. Our turnover ratio, we've been on the good side of it, so hopefully that will continue. But yeah, I guess when you look at both teams, look very evenly matched and so forth. So yeah, we're expecting a good, close, hard-fought game, and whoever probably makes a play or two in the fourth quarter would be the winner.
Do you think too much is made out of conference versus you always hear the Big Ten's not that strong?
Yeah, probably a little bit, but I know the commissioners, that's what they brag about when they see each other and so forth. In fact, Commissioner Slive just told me, I'm really glad you guys beat Clemson. That made us 3-1 on that Saturday instead of 2-2. So people keep up with that. But again, there's good teams in every conference. There really are. And there's some down the line, not so good teams in every conference also. Right. All right.
Okay, well, we're very excited as a university, as a football program, a group of coaches, and everybody's trying the program to be in the Capital One Bowl. It's a great opportunity for us for a lot of reasons. It's warm, which is good. Our kids are obviously excited about that. Looking at the itinerary, it's a big-time bowl, and our kids are very, very excited about all that comes with it, the activities, and then you put on top of that the football. We're playing a great team, and in my opinion, there's two great teams that have both had very, very successful years that are playing good football late in the year, and it should be, in my mind, one of the best bowl matchups of the year. And it's, we're honored to be here, and we plan on representing Wisconsin very, very well against a great opponent. So, January 1st bowl games, it doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, we'll open a Q&A.
You mentioned best bowl matches. It's getting a lot of play nationally. As that, how do you see this?
Well, it's an interesting matchup. First of all, we're going to do what we do on offense, and I think it's a great matchup. The front sevens on both sides, offensively and defensively, for us and for them. This is going to be a very highly contested game. It's going to be a physical football game, and both teams have playmakers that can change the game at any moment on offense and defense. So it's going to be exciting.
They call this one of the better bowl games from a player perspective because of all the things there are to do here. As a coach, get that on paper and your guys we're here to play football as well.
Yeah, well, we will have fun, and when it's all over with, I want them to walk out and say the Capital One Bowl was a great experience. It was a fun time. Those phones should be full of pictures of enjoying themselves, and that is a big part of the bowl experience, and we're fortunate to be where we're coming in Orlando to have all those experiences. But this team has been great all year long as far as shifting focus, and when it's time to practice, they'll practice. When it's time to have fun, they'll have fun, and they'll take care of their business. But last thing I wanted to walk out of here and say that that experience wasn't quite what it should have been. They'll enjoy themselves, trust me. And we'll be ready to play also.
Do you recruit here, and what benefits is it to come to this state?
Yeah, we do recruit here, and we have, I wouldn't say a large number of young men on our program right now from Florida, but we have kids from Florida. I would like to say within the next 2 to 3 years, there's 20-plus kids from Florida in our program, and that is a goal. It's important for us. We have a number of coaches that this is their primary area, so it's a big game. Hopefully some kids will be able to see us and perform and understand that they get to take some time off, and our kids will come down here from Florida on the 21st. They don't have to return to school back until the 20th, so it's basically a month at home. So how's that for a recruiting pitch?
And what's your take on these conference matchups? It seems like we're making such a big deal out of the Big Ten's playing the SEC.
Yeah.
Big Ten down a little bit, SEC's dominating, where are you on?
Well, it's a great matchup, and the SEC is a great league. The Big Ten's a great league, and there's good teams to great teams all throughout the schedule when you play in one of those leagues. And I've been in the Big Ten for 1 year, so I think I have an opportunity to speak that it is a very powerful league. It's a well-coached league. There's very good athletes. The kids play at a high level week in and week out, and you better be prepared to play or you're going to lose. And I'm sure it's just like that in the SEC. Now, I haven't coached in the SEC, so sometimes people want to say what a conference is and how good a conference is or how good a conference isn't. Well, they haven't been in it. So if you haven't coached in it or you haven't played in it, then how do you know how good it is? And that's my opinion. But I would say the SEC is one of the best, and the Big Ten is one of the best in the country, so it should be a great matchup.
This bowl game is important for the economy here in Florida. Your opponent has a strong fan base. How many fans do you expect to travel down?
I would imagine we'll fill it up. These people love it, and there is a number of people in my neighborhood that come down here and spend the winters. In Florida, in different parts in Florida, obviously, but they'll be here, and I think our fans will come in and they have a good time, and I'm sure they'll open up their pockets and have some good times. I know I will. So trust me, I'll do my part. My credit cards will be smoking by the time my kids leave here.
Have you sent an advance team out to scout for fans as far as traveling to Orlando, hotels, and things to do?
They're here right now. Yep, and I believe they're here until tomorrow or the next day. So, but our fans are excited. The people I get to talk to and get out in the community and get around the fan. It's a great spot for them to come. It's not hard to get here. That's the other thing. It's really not. So they'll be ready to go, and so will we.
The weather's a plus too, right?
Weather's a huge plus. Yeah, you kidding me? Today it's nice. So a little different when I left yesterday. Got on the airplane and it was cold. So cold is cold. 4 seasons is 4 seasons. But in the middle of December, it's nice to come and be around whatever it is, 75 or 80 degrees. I'll take it. Anything else? Okay. Thank y'all.